All right, guys, here I am one more time, about to drop some Yoda wisdom on you guys. Not that Yoda said this, but I don't think Yoda would be super hyped about the freaking feminist movement. And let me just explain, at least in my mind, why I think that feminism is a construct of the patriarchy, because I don't think it's in any way, shape, or form meant to really liberate women or to empower them. I think, this is my opinion. There's been different instances of feminism in American culture, and they commonly call it like the first wave, second wave, or third wave, and then it goes to the fifth wave, which is the movie about the end of the world. But anyway, there's the first wave feminism, which gave women the right to vote, and then second wave, or I don't know which ones, but like that allowed women to enter into the workforce. But what I think happened is that I think Satan he's been messing around with governments, with societies since the beginning of time, right? I think he's influenced American society, and he designed this thing, which was like designed to literally bring down America, to end freedom and liberty for people. And he created this social construct, like in this evil, basically like a bulldozer that was going to plow through what, like this the construct and structure that we already have. And he decided to call it feminism, even though it doesn't promote the feminist values. So what I think is that if there is a structure of men, so a patriarchy is a structure of men, like a hierarchical whatever of men. But if there's a patriarchy in which the men in charge hate women and want to subject them to, I guess, what's the word? What's the word? I literally forgot. To make someone like less than you. I totally forgot the word. It's the most common word ever used with feminism. Anyway, basically, if those guys wanted to make women miserable and because they hated women, what I think they would do is they would make women step out of like their natural role and their comfort zone, and make them do more stuff that men do, make them become men, and therefore make them become miserable and unhappy, because naturally they're not inclined to live and to breathe and to act the same way as men act. And so that's why I think modern feminism has become something like that's been the downfall of modern women. Is like, if anything, it's a construct of a patriarchy of men trying to oppress women, because statistically, like any polls or any research will tell you that women are more unhappy now as they have ever been in the history of the United States. So I think that's just due to the fact that women choose careers over family. So there's an idea, basically, it's pervasive, it's like everywhere, that as a woman you can start your career and wait to have a family. And that's literally the most like ludicrous and I guess asinine thing that I've ever heard, because as a woman you have a biological clock. By the time you hit 30 or maybe even 35, I couldn't tell you the exact age, you've lost most of your fertility, and having a child at that age is really difficult. Your window for fertility is like in between the ages of 18 and 25, basically. I think, like, if I had to guess, I'm not a scientist, but anyway, so if I were Satan trying to subject women and men alike to misery and basically torture, I would force them to do things that are out of their nature and make them unhappy. And so I would make women become more like men, and make men have to adopt characteristics that make them more like women, because as a man it's just not in your nature to be submissive. Not like you can't just be humble, but like to allow someone to subject you to their will. It's like the only person that gets to tell you what to do is God, basically, and that's it. As a man, there's a certain thing in your nature that allows you to be a leader and a provider and protector, and we're being taught to compromise those values. And in turn, you wonder why depression is so high, is because we're being forced to live in a way that's not natural and it's not conducive to happiness. So anyway, hopefully that all makes sense. But like, if there was an oppressive patriarchal structure, it would make women unhappy, and I think the only way to make women unhappy is by forcing them to do things they don't want to do. And somehow women have been convinced to comply with that. So it's not like they came out swinging and trying to be oppressive. They literally came out in the form of women's rights activists pretending to care about women's rights. And women are like, yeah, we want to be liberated, we want all these things. And what the result has been that women are now more miserable than ever. So that's almost like a point to the patriarchy. Like they're winning right now. If there is an evil structure of oppression out there, then they're doing exactly what they set out to do. So those are my thoughts about that, about feminism. I'm not going to go too much more into that because I think it's not important to talk about. I think the important part I already mentioned. So anyway, stay blessed, stay saucy. Hope you guys have a great day.